Welcome back to the Lynn Miller Room, our final segment on this edition of the Eagles Sports Coaches Show. We're joined by Sean Woods, and Coach got an exhibition game out of the way, and just right around the corner, you'll be hopping a plane, and then Friday you'll be opening the 2012-2013 season.
Yeah, got a chance to see some things in the exhibition game. Unfortunately, Angelo Warner and Bruce Reed and Mo Briggs didn't get to play, but it gave an opportunity for some younger guys that I wouldn't have played as much to play and see what they can do under those type of circumstances. And for the most part, we still got ways to go. But the good thing is we took care of the basketball, didn't shoot well, but we did what we need to do. And I got a chance to see some things that I didn't get to see thus far.
You've hit the ground running. I don't know if you had any time off from the time that you took this job. And the young men, what I've seen in practice and solo the exhibition game, they have worked extremely hard for you.
Well, no doubt about it, and that's the good thing about our team right now. We're still a work in progress, but the guys are bringing it every single day. And when you do that, you can't do nothing but get better. So, if they continue to bring the energy and effort that they're bringing and continue to learn, the progress will be sooner than later.
Now you have a very difficult non-conference schedule. I don't know if Donnie left that for you as a president or whatever, but LIU at the Barclays Center on Friday night. Number one, it's going to be an outstanding place to play for your young man, but also some very stiff competition.
Without a doubt. No, I did not do this schedule. I think Donnie and Brian all got together and did it. But it's a competitive situation. I'm used to it because at Mississippi Valley we had to play a lot worse than this, but it was for money purposes. Now it's, we got to be a lot more smarter and more strategic on who we schedule. But it's going to be good for our guys. It's going to be a great test early, getting us ready. And like I said before, we still seeing what we got and what we can and can't do and who we need to play and not play in certain situations. So it's going to be a great test for us.
You don't have much time to wait to find after Friday you go to another tough game.
No doubt about
Maryland on the road on Monday night. And as you said, I guess as a coach, you want to see how they react to certain situations, and you're going to find out not only the fact that there's going to be a huge crowd probably coming into the Barclay because it's a doubleheader, but you're also going to have a very tough crowd in an ACC territory at Maryland.
Oh, without a doubt, and they just got a kid eligible just today.
Oh, that's nice.
So that transfer from Xavier, so it's going to be a little more tougher. But, we just got to go out, and do what we need to do and see where we're at. Everything's a test, and it's going to take us a little bit of time for everything to gel with all these new players. Even the returners are still new to me, playing our style of play. So, we're just trying to put everything together, and hopefully by January we can have everything tight and be ready to roll.
Is it important to yourself to see the effort? They may not be able to understand your system now, but if you're getting the effort early, then that'll make you feel better as we progress in the season?
Oh, without a doubt. Effort, you can't teach that. And, the more effort you put into something, that means they're buying into what we're doing. And that means that, when you're interested in something and you like what you're doing, you're going to be more keen in trying to figure it out. So by saying that, that's been a jewel thus far. All the guys are bought in, but they got to get used. Their bodies even got to get used to playing our style of play because it's so fast. And, we got some knick-knack injuries right now with some groin injuries, some ankle injuries because the way we play. The cutting, playing defense the way we do, how fast we run. So once their bodies get used to it, hopefully within the next month or so, everybody be in tip-top shape and very healthy, and we can make a run at this thing.
So I'm getting your style is going to be up and down. So we expect many 40-point games, 40-point halves, 50-point halves probably.
Hey, it'll be fast, put it that way. We still got to put the ball in the hole.
And defensively, man-to-man strictly?
No doubt. Strictly, we'll play zone at times, depending on who we're playing, to mix things up. But for the most part, it'll be full court man-to-man.
And the kids have adapted pretty good?
They're getting there. They haven't adapted yet. When you played zone for so long, especially returners and these junior college kids who don't play defense at all, you still teaching every day, and that's what we got to get better at. That's a big weakness of ours right now is just guarding the basketball.
Sean Woods is our guest, Eagle Sports Coaches Show. And, Sean, I know tonight which when we tape this Wednesday, that a very special project for you, and you'll be going down to Lexington and WKYT, and they'll be taking part in the telethon they're having.
Oh, without a doubt. And Wayne Martin did a great job of including me in this situation, and I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, we just want to challenge all Moorhead people to be involved with the UK people when there's such great cause and situation is going to cause for, you know, if you donate $50 or more, your name goes into a hat to get 2 tickets to the Moorhead State UK game.
And then, of course, if you're listening to this now, after you finish it, go to it ends. The radio version ends at 7:00. You can go to KYT, watch it, and they'll give you some more information how you can donate. You can also go to msueagles.com. They had a nice story on your appearance on the telethon, and that's always going to be good because as you know, you have to get back to the community first.
Without a doubt, and that's a big deal of ours and mine, of course. I learned that a lot just growing up, coming from humble beginnings. That you never forget where you come from, and there's always somebody who's doing a lot worse than what you are. So, it's our opportunity to give back and participate in such a great cause, and I thank Wayne Martin for including us in this, and hopefully he can continue to do it from as time goes on.
Of course, Coach, you get here, and this is the first time we've got a chance to talk to you a lot on the Eagle Sports Coaches Show. The fact you get here early on, it's been wild. How have you adapted to Moorhead?
Well, I've adapted okay. I'm just working. Do
you see anything besides the AAC in your house?
Very little.
Okay.
B-dubs every now and then, the gas station here, there. My son's school over at Round County Middle. Other than that, not very much.
But that's the life.
That's the life that I live, you know. So, it's not like I'm avoiding people. I'm just trying to do the best job that I possibly can to make this situation as special as possible.
I know that coaches are just as important as their assistant coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your staff.
Well, I'm blessed to have the staff that I have. I got a good one in Dallin Howard who has head coaching experience. He's an Indiana boy too. McDonald All-American, played for the legendary Gene Bartow at UAB. Was a great basketball player and has great knowledge of the game. And I'm a very high-strung guy, and he's a very calm guy. So we mix very, very well. Then I got a go-getter in Brian B.J. Ellis, who's one of the best young recruiters in the country, and he's a go-getter. He's a lot like me, very, very competitive, especially in the recruiting deal. And he's been able to – that's him and Dowd and all the reasons why we've been able to get the players that we got so far. And he came with me from Mississippi Valley also. And then we were blessed to have, to keep Bo Braden around, who was a grad assistant last year. And Bo's old faithful. Bo keeps everything intact. He knows where everything is. And he's the person who knows the lay of the land and made the transition as smooth as possible for me. And he's a great addition, and he's got a great future in this business.
And that's probably a big people don't realize that's a big aspect of it all. You're coming in, you're bringing your coaches in, and since you have somebody who's been here, as you say, know the lay of the land and the OVC and Moorhead State, you can kind of just say, okay, this is what we need to do, and not have to worry about it.
Right, and of course, and then I have my son as my grad assistant, who's played for me at TCU and also has lived in my house, so he knows me a lot better than anybody. And
he still wanted to come work for you. Huh?
Yeah, and that was surprising to me. But he's been a great asset for the players to explain to them why I am the way I am. So they really, really appreciate him being around also.
Big time Barclays Center coming up Friday. You're not going to have the ruler out showing them. It's just 10-foot baskets. But this is what you want as a coach. You want to go to these great venues and and have your players, really enjoy the fact that when we go on the road, we're going to go to some first-class cities.
Oh, without a doubt, and it helps in recruiting too. That's why we need big-time players to play in big-time situations. And we kind of downplayed it a lot about going to New York and playing in the Barclays Center because we got so much to do and get better at. But it's going to be a great opportunity for us to go play there and play another mid-major school like LIU, who's going to be a tough out for us because they got everybody back. the player of the year from last year and preseason player of the year this year, and 3 other all-conference players. So it's going to be a tough outing for us, especially we're trying to figure it out, and they're a veteran team. But, it'll be a good test for us, and we're all looking forward to it.
I know it'll be a special time, your first head coaching game at Morehead State, but then you take a look at your non-conference schedule, as we said before. I mean, it's second to none in the OVC.
Oh, without a doubt. Just think, when I first took over Mississippi Valley, I had to play against Blake Griffin my first game against Oklahoma, and then also Kentucky and, whoever else. So, it's something that I'm used to, but it's a different type of situation, and we're more competitive in Morehead State University, and I have an opportunity to sneak 1 or 2. It depends on how soon our guys gel.
And it's always, like as we said, the competition is going to be so brutal in a way, but you'll get a chance to see what your boys can do against the best competition that we can put out on the floor.
And that's all you can ask for. That's why you play college basketball. Every kid growing up playing basketball dreams of playing in these type of venues. Now our guys get an opportunity to do that, and that's what we're going to try to continue to do year in and year out. We tell recruits all the time that, you don't have to go to the big schools anymore. You know what I mean? It's so much parity now. It's not where you at, it's what you're doing. So, come play for us. We're going to put you in front of pro scouts if you got dreams of playing, because I don't want to coach anyone who does not want to be a pro. With that being said, we're going to continue to play in venues like this.
What'll be surprising, and don't take this wrong, Coach, is the fact that you'll be great. The Kentucky fans will be there for the second game. Will cheer you then.
Right.
They'll cheer you. Coming on later on around Thanksgiving, I don't think you'll get cheered, but I don't think they'll be rooting for you as much when you go to Rupp Arena.
Nah, I told my guys that. I said, we got a good thing going this night, because we playing first, and I'm sure a lot of Kentucky fans are going to be there to watch me and my team play, which would be great for us to have more fans, because there's going to be a significant amount of Morehead State fans going too. So that's good. And then, but when we go in Rupp on November 21st, they may give me a cheer, but I don't know about anybody else. But that's all in fun. But it's competitive situation, and we're gonna go out and tighten up our bootstraps and let the chips fall where they may.
Sean, good luck. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, buddy.
Sean Woods, head basketball coach at Morehead State University. The Eagles taking on LIU at 5:45 on Friday night. Airtime on the ESN with Chuck Mraz at 5:30. That's going to do it for this edition of the Eagles Sports Coaches Show. I'd like to thank all our coaches. Until next week, I'm Jason Blanton for our radio producer, Ian Corbin. So long, everybody.